mental curator, Johnny Hamburger, coming at you right now. Quick side note, if you're watching this on YouTube, all the video you're seeing here is recorded on the Samsung Galaxy S9 by the rear camera. I do have it in Pro mode, so I've set the aperture, I've set the ISO, I've set the focus. Looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty crispy, as they say. Quick note to wrap up what I mentioned going out of the last segment. We are talking about Jurassic Park here. I promise, in just a minute or so, we're talking about Jurassic Park. Just to finish my idea from that I talked about at the end of the last segment about 1984, that we bought into it. People like to allude to 1984 in our modern society because we have flat screen TVs, we have a million cameras aimed at us every single day. Talk about thought police, which could be Facebook. Talk about all sorts of things, drawing all sorts of parallels from 1984 into modern society. But like I mentioned briefly at the end of the last segment, it's not real. That's not a good parallel because anybody who's read 1984, in 1984, that world was forced upon us by the government. In 2018, the reality is that while we have a similar setup to what was depicted in 1984, which 1984 was written, I believe, in 1929, the early 1900s, I believe, maybe 1940s, written a while ago. The difference is the government didn't force it upon us. We bought it. We've lined up around the block to buy devices that listen to us, that look at us, that borderline read our thoughts. And it started in 2009 with the iPhone. When smartphones first rose up, when Steve Jobs and Apple created the iPhone, that got the ball rolling on 1984. But we lined up around the block to buy it. I've got an Alexa. I've got an Echo. Sorry, she's going to turn on now. I've got an Amazon Echo here in the room with me that I bought. And I'm very aware of that. But really, it's to market. It's to sell you stuff. Is the FBI listening? I don't know. Whatever. They're going to hear a whole lot of farts. But they're just, if it's listening, it's to sell me stuff. Anyways, let's talk about Jurassic Park. And before anyone crucifies me, it's not called Jurassic Park anymore. It's called Jurassic World. Do you know why that is? Here's my speculation. It's because Michael Crichton is dead. So any new modern Jurassic Park / Jurassic World movie that's coming out now is not canon. It's not Michael Crichton. It's interpretations and extrapolations of where it's artistic. They're taking a lot of artistic liberties with the new Jurassic Park / Jurassic World franchise because Michael Crichton's passed away. I've read all Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park books and Jurassic World. They were amazing. Oh, my favorite book of all time is Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is my second favorite movie behind Back to the Future. To me, and I know this is going to sound crazy on a show called Geek Therapy Radio, I like Star Wars a lot. But Star Wars isn't even on my personal list. It depends how long my list is. Star Wars is not my top 3. My top 3 movies would probably be Back to the Future 2, then the first Jurassic Park. Oh man, I think maybe number 3 on my list actually would be Logan. Logan was so badass. All I wanted to see was what Wolverine would do in an R-rated movie. Because, PG-13 movies showing the Wolverine slashing people and they just kind of fall over. But that's dumb. If you're getting slashed with those claws, your body parts, you're being dismembered. And that's what an R-rated X-Men movie allowed, was seeing what those claws would really do, quote unquote, in reality. And I didn't like it just because of the blood and stuff. I don't care about horror movies and blood and gory movies because they're bloody. I don't really like that style of movie. I just was very interested to see what Wolverine's claws would do if the rating was higher, that you could see it actually ripping through flesh and tearing heads off and arms off, and it was awesome. Logan was so cool, and it was just a good story also. It made you cry. No spoilers. Back to Jurassic Park, and in particular, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. The new trailer came out today as the date of me recording this on April 19th, I believe. The trailer was released today. I saw it for the first time today. I was bombarded with it today, so I have to believe that it actually came out today. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is coming out, I believe, June 22nd. So if you're listening to this podcast in the future, it already came out. And if I'm listening to it in the future, then I've already seen it. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I've been reading up on it, people's interpretations of the trailer, and there are something. Immediately when I saw the trailer, I agree with what so far critics are saying about the trailer. Let me just preface this by saying I am so stoked, almost to the point of tears, to see a new Jurassic Park movie. It looks fun. I need to carefully choose my words. The new Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom looks so fun. It looks like dinosaurs running amok. Oh, it looks so great in that regard. It looks like just a really fun movie. So, like I said earlier in the show, I'm super excited about the new Jurassic World, but I'm also a little bit disappointed. I haven't even seen it yet, but let me tell you why I'm a little disappointed. This is just my opinion. This is just what I've noticed as a longtime fan of the franchise. I could have someone sitting across from me talking about Star Wars. I could have my friend Buddy on here talking to me about Star Wars. Just talk me under the table about Star Wars. Because I don't know Star Wars as much as I know Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park franchise. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is coming out June 22nd, and like I said, I'm excited to see it. It looks really fun, but I'm also a little disappointed. Here's why I'm disappointed. We've already seen a sequel to Jurassic Park called Jurassic World, in which InGen goes back to the island under false pretenses. Remember in Jurassic World, they went back to the island to rescue the researchers that were studying the animals. They wanted to take the animals back to create a zoo. I believe it was in San Diego. They want to bring the dinosaurs back to San Diego Zoo. So it wasn't a rescue mission. It wasn't to preserve anything or to save any human life. It was just to get animals and bring them back to the United States to set up a zoo stateside. It was financial gain. It's always about greed. Playing God and greed. What do you think Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is about? What do you think? The same thing. They send people over there under the guise that they're there to save the animals, to protect the animals. But really they're there to help, from what I see in the trailer, sell the animals as military weapons. In the first Jurassic World, in Jurassic World, they set it up. They're trying to make the raptors into weapons, and the first movie of the modern Jurassic Park series really established that not only did we bring dinosaurs back to life, but we are engineering their DNA to create new species that never existed for the purpose of warfare, to create living weapons. So in this new sequel to Jurassic World, I know it gets so confusing. In this new sequel to Jurassic World, they're going under false pretenses to save the animals or extract the DNA from the animals before apparently a volcano blows up and all the animals die. They're going to scoop up these animals and extract their DNA so they can save it, so that they can market the animals as weapons, as military weapons of warfare, living weapons. So it's loosely, not even loosely, it's pretty blatant ripoff of the first sequel. Now, would Michael Crichton be turning in his grave at all of this? I don't know. Since he died, they've really taken the franchise down this path of greed and warfare. In the first Jurassic Park and in the book and everything, they established that it is about greed, but it's about greed as a theme park. Like, they're going to make so much money off ticket sales. People are going to get rich off ticket sales and bringing people from around the world to the park, and they'll pay any amount of money to see these dinosaurs. Now the series is about the industrial military complex, basically. It's political. Sorry if I popped the mic. It's way more political now. It used to be an ethical dilemma. Now it's political. Breeding animals and creating new species, playing God for the purpose of creating living weapons. So now you have Group A that's going after the dinosaurs to capitalize off of creating living weapons, and you have Group what did I say? A and B. The other group that is about the preservation of life. Just because we created this life does not mean that this life is any less worthy of living peacefully than any other, than let's say a chicken born naturally, or a dog. That's a better example than your family pet. You know what? This is the end of this segment. I'm gonna wrap up the show talking about Jurassic Park. So just stay here for a minute or two, and I'm gonna wrap up my thoughts about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, because I'm fired up about it. I'm honestly fired up about it. So we'll be right back in a couple minutes. I'm Johnny Hamburger, your mental curator. Visit all the social media. Like, follow, and subscribe. All the stuff. Geek Therapy Radio on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe. We'll be right back.